Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the front brakes on this 2004 Nissan Titan. And we show you on the passenger side, but the driver's side is a similar procedure. And the items you'll need for this is new brake pads and rotor kit from 1AAuto.com, a 14 and 21mm socket and ratchet, and a piece of pipe for extra leverage, a hammer, a large C-clamp, jack and jack stands, a torque wrench, brake cleaner, brake grease, and a wire brush. To start off, you want to remove your wheel, so just remove these lug nuts. On this vehicle it was 19mm, but because they're not stock wheels, yours may be slightly different. And if you don't have air-powered tools, you're going to want to loosen the lug nuts preliminarily, raise the vehicle, and then remove them the rest of the way. And once those are removed, your wheel will pull right off. Now you want to inspect your brakes, check for any deep grooves in the rotor, check this lip up here, and you can see these are vented. Yours may not have that. And check the life of one brake pad in here and the other one right here. To remove your caliper, you're going to need to remove these two 14mm bolts. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes those. Using a flat blade screwdriver, pry the brake pads back in, and this will push the caliper piston in and make it easier to remove the caliper. And if you go to take it off and it still doesn't come off, you may need to pry a little bit more. And then it'll pull off. Just set that aside for now. And then pry out your brake pads. Next, remove these two 21mm bolts. And we use a piece of pipe for some extra leverage. And once you break them free, you can just remove them the rest of the way. And we'll fast forward as Don does this. And if your rotor doesn't pull right off, just replace a lug nut. And then hammer from the back of the rotor. Once it breaks free, remove the lug nut and pull your rotor off. On the left is the old brake pads and rotor. On the right are the new ones from 1A Auto. You can see they're identical and they're going to fit exactly the same. Using a wire brush, clean off your brake pad slides. Then check these slides right here, make sure they slide in and out. If they seem kind of tight, just apply some brake grease and slide them back into place. Then apply brake grease to the tabs on either end of the brake pad. And use brake cleaner to wipe down your rotor. Put an old brake pad on the pistons in your caliper, and then using a large C-clamp, just tighten that up, and this will push the caliper pistons back into place. Slide your rotor into place and just replace one lug nut to hold it there. Then put your caliper bracket back into place and replace those two 21mm bolts. And you want to torque both of those to about 100 foot-pounds. Now you want to slide your brake pads back into place. And then pull your caliper back down and push it into place, making sure that those slides line up with those holes on the caliper. And then replace those two 14mm bolts. And you want to torque those to about 25 foot-pounds. Now remove that lug nut you used to hold the rotor in place. And we'll fast forward as Dawn replaces the wheel and replaces the lug nuts and tightens them up preliminarily. Then you want to lower the vehicle and tighten them the rest of the way and torque them in a crossing pattern to 100 foot-pounds. After working on the brakes before taking your vehicle out on the road, pump the brake pedal until it firms up. And then try stopping from 5 miles per hour, then 10 miles per hour, and then you're all set.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free, 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.